So today's topic is, operators. Let me write here. Which operator? Out of operator, there are many operators. The first one is arithmetic operator. Okay, arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. So what are the arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division here. Okay, it doesn't stop here. There is one more arithmetic operator, that is modulus operator. Okay, this is called as modulus operator. Now all of you know about this plus, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, and I hope you already know in the division. If I tell 5 divided by 2, okay, what will be the answer? Yes. So here you have to understand that I have already done this in the class. Your 5 is of what type? It is integer type. Okay. 2 is of what type? Integer type. Integer by integer is definitely one integer only. So 5 by 2, the answer is actually 2.5, right? 5 by 2, the answer is actually in mathematics, it is 2.5. Okay. So those who are annotating here, okay, you can stop it. Okay, so answer is 2.5, but since we want the only integer part, we want only the integer part, this 0.5 is lost. That's why 5 by 2 is 2. That's the one thing in division. Okay, I hope all of you already know this. Okay, fine. So, okay, okay. So let me go for the modulus operator here. What is modulus operator? This is very important in programming. Okay, the modulus operator is very important in programming. Okay, so okay, let's see what is modulus operator. This is not easy. Let me do one thing. Okay. Okay, so that is because it was of okay, fine. So in modulus operator, what you have to understand about modulus? Modulus, okay, it will give us the remainder. It will give us the remainder. Okay. For example, if I tell maybe 10 modulus 4. If I tell 10 modulus 4, what is the remainder here? What is the remainder here? Okay. The thing is, I hope all of you know this remainder concept. What you have to do is, if they ask this question, 10 divided by 4 you have to do. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, right? 4 twos are 8. How many more is remaining from 8 to 10? How many more is remaining? 2 more is remaining. This is the remainder concept. Okay. 10 divided by 3. 10 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3. 3 threes are 9. Okay. From 9 to 10, how many more is remaining? 1 more is remaining. So 10 mod 3, 10 mod 4 answer is 2. And 10 mod 3 answer is 1. Okay. 10 mod 3 answer is 1. Now those who did not understand this topic, don't worry, I'll tell you in an easy way. Okay. Watch here. What I'll do is first, yes. Yeah, please, first you take this screenshot, okay? Take this screenshot, then I'll explain you in a last easier way. Okay, take this screenshot. You have 3 seconds. Okay, so what will modulus do? It will give us a remainder. This is the important concept in programming. Using modulus, we can do a lot of things. Okay, so let's see. One more easy way to understand it. Okay, if someone asks, what is 10 mod 3? Okay, what you can do is, if you don't know division and all, if it is very difficult for you, then what are you seeing number here? 10, right? So you do 10 sticks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 sticks I have done. And what are you are seeing 3 here? What you have to do is, you have to, okay, group 3 sticks together. Okay, you have to group 3 sticks together like this. Okay. Then whichever stick is remaining, that is the answer. So one stick is there. So answer 10 mod 3 answer is 1. Okay. I hope this concept is easy for you. Let me take one more example here. Okay. Well, okay, this is one example. One more example. What is the 10 modulus 10 modulus 6? What is the answer? Or let's say, for simplicity, uh, 13, let's say 14, okay. 16 modulus 6. 16 modulus 6. What's the answer? Let's see. 16 means how to make 16 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 6 I have done. Now, what I have to do is 16 sticks I have done. Okay, how many? So let me comment. This is 16 sticks. Okay, this is our sticks, and this is our grouping. This is our group. Here also 10 is our number of sticks. Okay, 3 is how many groups we have to do. In a group, how many sticks should be there? That is the thing. Okay, so what you have to do now is you have to group every 6 sticks. So I will go back here and I'll tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have grouped. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have grouped. Now, how many more sticks are remaining? Yes. The 4 more sticks are remaining. That's why the answer is 4. Okay. Now, let me give one last example where the answer is 0. Okay. Let me give a last example. So, okay. So I'll do here, that is maybe uh, 4 modulus 2. 4 modulus 2. What is the answer? Okay, 4 modulus 2. So 4 means 4 sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just what I have to do is for every 2 sticks I have to group. I have grouped here, and one more I have grouped here. Is there any stick remaining here? No. So answer is 0. Okay, so this is what is there in modulus. Now, please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. I will execute and show it to you. Okay, Swaraj, you are not audible because I have only offed it for everyone. Okay, what will happen is when I'm teaching some concept, if someone speaks, okay, intentional or unintentionally, it will disturb my classes, right? For example, someone will be playing their background music, their roommate will be playing music there, so it will disturb the classes. That's why it is better if I, mute all of them. If you have any doubt, what you can do is after the class, you can ask the doubts. Okay. Or you can text if you have any doubts. You can text. I'll reply your question now. Okay, I have everyone has taken the screenshot. Now what I'll do is I will clear everything and I will go to this edit plus here. Okay. Yes. Just a minute. Okay. So I will share the screen. Okay. So I hope you remember this program which you have done yesterday. We can keep it here only. We don't have to dwell much into it. Okay. So what I would like to do is I would like to test this mod operator. Okay, 10 mod 4. 10 mod 4. What is the answer here? The answer will be 2, right? So let's see. Okay, now compare. Yes, answer is 2. So 10 mod 3, 10 mod 3, answer will be 1. So I don't have to execute this much further. So let's see here. Answer will be 1. See, answer is 1. Okay. Now, this is enough. Now we'll see some more things about mod operator. Okay. So, what if a question is asked like this? Okay, that is now what you have seen is we have seen type 1. Okay, we have seen type 1. What is there in type 1 here? Okay, What is that in type 1? In type 1, we have seen a question like this, okay, where 10 mod 3 was the answer 1, and 10 mod 4 answer is 2. This kind of we have seen where here, the numerator, don't think numerator is greater than denominator here. This is one type where numerator is greater than denominator. In these cases, we can tell the answer easily. Okay, we can tell the answers easily. But there is a type 2 here. There is a type 2. Okay, type 2, where it will become little difficult, and if you don't know the trick, it will be difficult for you. In the second type, the numerator is lesser than the denominator. These kind of questions. For example, 2 mod 5, 2 mod 5, or we can tell it as 3 mod 8, where numerator is smaller than denominator. Numerator means number which is on the top, denominator means number which is on the bottom. Okay, so 4 modulus 5. Okay, yes, these kind of questions. Now, can anyone tell me what is 2 modulus 5? Okay, does anyone know what is 2 modulus 5? Okay, okay, yes, great. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll tell you the trick here. Always remember, always, if the numerator is smaller than denominator, if the numerator is smaller than denominator, answer is always numerator only. Okay, if numerator is lesser than denominator, answer is always numerator. Here you see 2 is less than 5, so answer is 2. 3 is less than 8, answer is 3. 4 is less than 5, answer is 4, without a doubt. Okay, so if someone asks what is 152 modulus 10245678, what is the answer here? The answer will be very simple. If the numerator is smaller than denominator, answer will be numerator only. That is 152. This will be our answer. Let's check whether this is true or not. So that's why what we'll do is I'll go to this edit plus here, and I'll make some changes here. Okay, so yes, 2 modulus 5. 2 modulus 5 was the answer. Let's see. Answer is 2. Okay, then 4 modulus 5. Answer is 4, right? Then anything, that is 154 modulus a big number like this. Okay, a big number like this. Answer is 154. Eyes closed, we can tell our answer. Okay, so this is how precise you should be. This is how confident you should be when coming to any topic. Okay, that's why each and every topic with more detail, with 100% clarity, we'll see. Okay, so answer is 154, as you can see. So next, okay, the second type is over. Second type is over now. Yes. So what I would like to do now is, since this line is consuming much space, I would like to delete that line. Okay, I would like to delete that line. Okay. So we have understood that if the numerator is smaller than denominator, answer is always numerator. Okay. So, okay, I will make the third type here, type 3. Type 3. Okay. So how many types are there? If you're thinking, there is actually maybe 5 types here. 5 types. So type 3 we'll see. That is, what if negative sign is there? What if there is a negative sign in the denominator? Let's see. What if there is a negative sign? So what I'll do is, first I'll take this example, 10 mod minus 3. I'll take this example, 10 mod minus 3. So what will be the answer? Okay, 10 mod minus 3, what will be the answer here? We have to know that. Okay. What do you think is the answer, guys? What is 10 mod minus 3? Okay, so let's see. Let's see what is the answer here. See, I'll tell you the trick now. Okay, you guys might be thinking that since there is a negative sign, it should impact the result, right? It should impact the result, because you see here 10 mod 3 is 1. Okay, then definitely 10 mod minus 3 should be minus 1, right? That is what you'll be thinking. Okay, but you are right or wrong, we'll see. Okay, we'll see whether you are right or wrong. So we'll see here, that is 10 mod minus 3. 10 mod 3 is 1, so 10 mod minus 3 should be minus 1. Maybe that's what you're thinking. Let's see. See, 10 mod 3 is also 1, 10 mod minus 3 is also 1 only. So how are you getting this answer? I'll tell you now. Okay. Here, the trick what you have to understand is, okay, first what you have to do, first you have to ignore all the negative sign. Okay, first you have to ignore all the negative sign. So what I'll do right now, I'll ignore all the negative signs. I'm ignoring this part. Okay, please, highlighter means I'm ignoring. You have to understand that. So if I'm ignoring that, you keep a finger on that. So you're not seeing negative sign at all, right? Now, what is 10 mod 3? I'm ignoring negative sign. What is 10 mod 3? Yes, after ignoring the negative sign, you have to see what's the result here. 10 mod 3 is 1. After writing this 1, then you have to see what is the sign of the numerator. Okay, what's the sign of the numerator here? Numerator is plus. So it is plus 1 is the answer. Okay, this is so simple here. Now let me take the second example. Okay, that is 10 mod minus 4. 10 mod minus 4. What is the answer? Yes. Whenever in modulus operator, whenever you see a negative sign, what you have to do? You have to ignore all the negative signs. You have to ignore all the negative signs. After ignoring all the negative signs, then you have to, ask this question, that is, what is 10 mod plus 4? Negative sign you have to ignore. What is 10 mod plus 4? 10 mod 4 is 2. So you write answer. You first write the answer as 2. After writing the number as 2, then you have to see what is the sign of the numerator. The sign of the numerator is plus. That is why it is plus 2. Okay, it is plus 2 here. Now, one more example, 2 mod minus 5, right? 2 minus 5, because these two examples, okay, watch here. Okay. These two examples were of the type 1, right? So I have to give example of type 2 also. So I'm taking some examples of type 2 and I'm making the denominator as negative sign. So let's see here. Okay. So what we have to do first? We have to ignore, okay? We have to ignore all the negative sign. Okay, let me change the color here. Yes, we have to ignore all the negative sign. Okay, now after ignoring all the negative sign, we have to calculate normally. What is 2 mod 5? 2 mod 5, if the numerator is small, denominator, answer is numerator. So 2 mod 5, answer will give me 2. So I'll be writing here, the answer is, 2. After writing 2, I will see what is the sign of the numerator. Sign of the numerator is positive. Okay, so I'll be writing plus 2 here. Okay, I'll be writing plus 2. Okay, so let's execute this. Okay, let's execute this. Okay. 2 mod minus 5. Answer should be plus 2. Let's see. See, answer is plus 2. So it is so simple here. Now, yes. What I'll do is maybe I'll combine fourth type and fifth type here itself, because all are the same thing here. So watch here what I'll do. Now, I'll keep my laptop for charging. Just a minute. Okay. It is done here. Okay. Now, this is, now we will see the, what if the negative sign is there on the numerator? We'll see that. Okay, that is, what is the answer of, okay, what is the answer of minus 10 mod 3? What is the answer of minus 10 mod 3? Okay, so what we have to do now, whenever you see a negative sign, okay, you have to ignore that negative sign. You have to ignore that negative sign. So I'm ignoring now. Okay, after ignoring negative sign, you have to calculate normally. So what is 10 mod 3? 10 mod 3 answer is 1, right? 10 mod 3 answer is 1. Then what you have to do? You have to put the sign of the numerator. What's the sign of the numerator now? It is minus. So I'll write here minus 1. Simple. Let's check this thing, before going for the next one. Minus 10 mod 3, answer should be minus 1. Minus 10 mod 3. Let's see. Minus 10 mod 3. Okay. Answer is minus 1, as you can see. Okay. So definitely our technique, our tricks are working here. Okay, then I have done for the type 1 here. Let me do for the type 2. So what is minus 2 modulus 5? We'll see that also. So what you have to do, whenever you see a negative sign, you have to ignore all the negative sign. So I want to ignore now. So I'll take the highlighter here and I'll ignore this negative sign. Okay. So after ignoring all the negative sign, then what is 2 mod 5? 2 mod 5. Okay, answer is 2. 2 mod 5 answer is 2. 2 mod 5 answer is 2, because if the numerator is smaller than denominator, answer is numerator, then I have to put the sign of the numerator. What's the sign of the numerator? Negative. So negative 2 I have to tell here. So let's check this, minus 2 mod 5. What is the answer? Minus 2 mod 5. Okay, what is the answer here? Answer is minus 2 only. Okay, so this is simple. Now we'll see, some of you might have some more question doubt maybe. That is, what if both numerator and denominator are negative, right? Yes. So that's a good question you might be thinking. So minus 10 modulus minus 3. Now what is the answer here? Now the intelligent people, they'll think like this. A minus minus get cancels. So 10 mod 3 is the answer. 10 mod 3 is 1. People will be thinking like that. Okay. Because negative negative cancels, because from the childhood till now you have been believing that, right? If numerator is negative, denominator is negative, answer is positive. That is there in the normal division, normal multiplication. Okay, but this is a modulus operator. Okay, in modulus operator it is not like that. Watch here, minus 10. Okay, modulus minus 3. Okay, here negative negative doesn't cancel out. Okay, it doesn't cancel out. So let's see, if I compile and execute, answer is not plus 1, it is minus 1 only. Okay, how it is minus 1, I'll tell you. You don't have to worry, because it is the same trick which you have been applying till now. What's the trick you have been applying? That whenever you see a negative sign, what you have to do? You have to ignore all the negative signs. So I'm ignoring this negative of the 3. So 10 mod 3. What is 10 mod 3? Yes, it's simple. 10 mod 3 answer is 1. So I'll be writing answer as 1 here. After writing the answer as 1, then I will see the sign of the numerator. What is the sign of the numerator? Sign of the numerator is negative. So it is negative 1 here. Answer is minus 1. That's why we got answer as minus 1. So we'll see here for the last one, that is minus 2 modulus minus 100. Okay, this is what we'll see. First of all, when you're seeing a question like this in modulus, ignore all the negative sign. Okay, so I'll ignore all the negative sign. I'm ignoring this minus, I'm ignoring this minus. So what is 2 mod 100? 2 mod 100, yes, if the numerator is smaller than denominator, answer is numerator. So 2 mod 100 will give me the numerator as an answer, that is 2. Then I have to put the sign of the numerator. What is the sign of the numerator? Minus, so it is minus 2. So definitely if I compile and execute, I'll get this as the answer. But I don't have to compile and execute to show it to you. I think you trust me now, right? Yes. So answer will be minus 2 only. So these are all the types in the modulus operator. Okay, these are all the types in the modulus operator. Now you might be thinking one thing, sir, we have understood everything, but what if there is a floating value, right? What if there is a floating value? See, okay. First of all, okay, yes, we have to understand one thing. If there is a floating value, is it an error? For example, if I evaluate 5 modulus 2.0. If I do like this, is it an error or not? We'll see. Okay. First of all, it's not an error. Okay. How and why? Why? Because see, can you do, okay, can you do 5 plus 2.0? Can you do 5 plus 2.0? Yes, we can do, right? What will happen when you do 5 plus 2.0? Okay, I have told in yesterday's classes that is 5 is of what type? Okay, 5 is of integer type here. It is of the integer type. 2.0 is of what type? Let's imagine it is of the float type. Okay, it is of the float type. Now, don't you think you are adding two different types here? Yes, operation between two different types is not possible at all. Okay, it is not possible. That is why compiler what it will do? Compiler will typecast the int to float. Okay, it will typecast so that now both are of the same type. What compiler will do? Compiler, it will place 5.0, 0.0, it will place by itself, which means now this int is changed to float. It is also changed to float. Now you see, I'm adding float and a float. So now it will work. Okay. So 5.0 plus 2.0, answer is 7.0. 7.0. So we'll get answer as float here. Okay. So those who are viewing this video, you know that it's a double, but since it's the beginning of the class, let's learn it as float only. Okay. Fine. So this is what will happen. Implicit type conversion will happen. So here also, see, plus C is an arithmetic operator, subtraction is also arithmetic operator, division is also arithmetic operator, modulus is also arithmetic operator. So if in addition, I can use float, in modulus also I should be using float because modulus is also arithmetic operator. So what will happen now? When you write like this, 0.5, 0.0 is added by the compiler. So 5.0 by 2.0. 5.0 by 2.0. Yes, your answer will be 1.0. It can be 1.0 or it can be 1.00001 or something like that. It depends on your compiler. It depends upon your precision. Okay, but we can ignore all this. Okay. So definitely, if I ask the question, what is 5.2 divided by 2? Okay. Sorry, 5.2 modulus 2. 5.2 modulus 2. The answer will be like this: 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Okay, so this is the important question for you now. Okay, 5.2 modulus 2, what's the answer here? 5.2 modulus 2, what will be the answer? So that's what I'm solving now. 5.2 modulus 2 means I have to divide by 2 to check the remainder. 2 ones are 2. Okay, 2 twos are 4. From 4 to 5.2, how many more is remaining? 1.2 more is remaining. That's why the answer is 1.2. Okay. So let's check this, 5.2 modulus 1.2. 5.2 modulus 2. 5.2 modulus 2. Sometimes it will not be exactly 1.2 because it's of the precision here. That's the reason. Okay. Okay, that's what I told you. 1.2, 0.0000002 like that. So that 2 can be ignored. So this is the answer. I hope you have understood each and everything in the modulus operator. Okay. Even though you have understood, there are still more points. Okay, there are still more points to be thought for modulus operator. It doesn't end here. Okay. How can it end here? Because I told it's very important, and this is not at all. Okay, but as of now, what I want you to do is you can take the screenshot. Okay, while you're taking screenshot, please comment. That whether you have understood or not, and whether my voice is clear, and whether the video is clear. Yes. Okay. 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 So I would like to give one last example here. I think you have taken the screenshot. Okay. About, I think I have given only one example, right, for the floating value. Let me give one more example. Okay. Okay. Let me give one more example. Maybe what I'll do is I'll erase all. Okay. So let's give one more example. Imagine I have 10.4. Okay, 10.4 modulus uh, 3. Okay, 10.4 modulus 3. What's the answer? What you have to do is for this question, what you have to do is first I have to do 10.4 divided by 3 I have to do to find the remainder. Okay, so 3 ones are 3, 3 3 is a 9, 3 3 is a 9, right? How many more is remaining from 9 to 10.4? From 9 to 10.4, okay, 1.4 more is remaining. That's why the answer is 1.4. Okay, let me take one more example here. One more example. 10.4, okay, 10.4 modulus 2. Okay, let's see what's the answer. So what I have to do first to find the remainder? 10.4 divided by 2 I will do. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10. How many more is remaining from 10 to 10.4? 0.4 more is remaining. So remainder is 0.4. Okay, so I hope you have understood Sheikh. Okay, did you understand? Okay, fine. Yes. Now I will erase everything. Okay. So what is that important thing in modulus? See, modulus, you notice here, I'll write something here. Okay. What is the use of modulus 2? We will see that. Okay. Use of modulus 2. Okay. Use of modulus 2. Okay. So, sorry for my handwriting and all, I'm, I'm not good at it at all. So, first let's check, what is 2 mod, let's say 5, okay, let's say 5 modulus 2. What is the answer here? 5 modulus 2? 2 2s are 4, 1 is remaining, so 1 is the answer. Okay. So, 3 modulus 2, what's the answer? 3 modulus 2, 1 is the answer. 7 modulus 2, 7 modulus 2, 2, 3 is a 6, 1 more is remaining, so 1 is the answer. Now let me write some another type here, that is 2 mod 2. What is 2 mod 2? 0 is the answer. Okay, 2 mod 2, it will completely divide. Whenever number completely divides, answer is remainder is 0. 10 mod 2, answer is 0 because 2 5s are 10, nothing more is remaining, answer is 0. Then 8 modulus 2, 2 4s are 8, there is no remainder, 0. Okay, remainder is 0. So you are noticing that, that is odd number mod 2 is 0, odd number mod 2 is 1, even number mod 2 is 0. Okay, always remember in programming, this is also important here. I hope, most of 95% of you guys already knew it. Okay, but it's my duty to dictate it once again. Odd number mod 2 is 1, even number mod 2 is 0. So if you want to know whether a given number is odd or even, what you have to do? I have to do mod 2. After doing mod 2, if the answer is 0, the question is an even number. Okay, if it is 1, the given question is an odd number. Okay, that is fine. This was about mod 2. Now let me talk about, okay, let me talk about here mod 10. Mod 10. What is the use of mod 10 here? Okay, yes, what's the use of mod 10? See, mod 10, what it will do, let's see. What is 5 mod 10? Okay, I want you to realize, I could have told the answer directly, but I want you to realize on your own what's the use of mod 10. 5 mod 10, what's the answer? 5. Why? Because if the numerator is smaller than denominator, yes. Okay. Yes. So, Harshdeep Patel, you asked us a question. What if the denominator is a fraction? Then the same method you have to do. Okay, it's the same. Okay, you try it, you will understand. Okay, it's the same procedure which is there for the numerator fraction also. Okay. So, what has happened here? I'll undo. Okay. So I think yes. So 5 mod 10, answer is 5. Okay, let me go for the next one. What is maybe 18? What is 18 mod 10? What is 18 mod 10? What is the answer here? Yes, for if you want to find the answer, one way is stick. You can do that stick procedure, or else you can divide. 18 by 10 you do. 10 ones are 10. 10 ones are 10. It divides one time completely. How many more is remaining? 8 more is remaining. So 18 mod 10 is 8 more is remaining. Okay, so 22 mod 10. Okay, so what I have to do? 22 divided by 10 I have to do. 10 ones are 10, 10 twos are 20, 2 more is remaining. So 2 more is remaining. Okay, so I hope you have understood here. 53 mod 10 I would like to do. What we have to do now? 53 divided by 10 I have to do. 10 ones are 10, 10 fives are 50. How many more is remaining from 50 to 53? 3 more is remaining. So I'll write here 3. Okay, now let me go for 3-digit numbers. So maybe I'll tell 124 124 mod 10 I will tell. So let's see, if I have 124, if I divide by 10, what's the remainder? Okay, 10 ones are 10, 10 12s are 120. Yes, 10 12s are 120. From 120 to 124, how many more is remaining? 4 more is remaining, right? So remainder is 4. So then next problem, maybe 1001. Let me write here. So 1001 mod 10. Okay, 1001 mod 10. So what is the answer here? 1001 mod 10. So 1001 divided by 10 I will do. Okay, 10 ones are 10. 10 hundreds are 1000. How many more is remaining? One more is remaining. That's why the answer is 1. I have completed about mod 10, and you can notice that if you use mod 10, don't you think you're always getting the last number? Check it. Just check the screen here. If I do mod 10, I'm always getting the last number. Okay, I'm always getting the last digit of a number. So this is the way to get a last digit out of a number. Okay, I hope you have understood this concept here. Okay, so one thing I'll tell you, where it can be useful. I'll tell you where it can be useful. I'll give an example now. Okay, this is one of the questions which was asked in IBM actually, and many of them, they couldn't get the answer. Let's see what was that question. It was so simple, yet it was complex. Let's see. The question is, two numbers will be given. Okay, two numbers will be given. That is the number A and the number B. Okay, two numbers will be given, number A and number B. So like this. I'll take the pen. A value is maybe let's say 125 and B value is 8. Okay, like this. What you have to find is you have to do A to the power B. You have to do A to the power B. After finding the answer, okay, maybe let's imagine A to the power B, 125 to the power 8 is something very big number. Okay, it's very big number, and finally the the last digit will be 5, right? So you have to give the last digit of the number. Okay, that is what the program was. For example, if the A value is 2 and B value is 5, B value is 5. What you have to do is you have to find A to the power B. Okay, A to the power B means 2 to the power 5. What is 2 to the power 5? Maybe 32. Okay, so in the 32, what you have to do is you have to find the last digit of the 32. What's the last digit of 32? That is 2. So this was the question asked. Okay, this was the question asked. So what you have to do is you have to find 125 to the power 8, and whatever is the result, the last digit you have to print. Okay, now if you are thinking you already know the answer, what you are thinking I know. What you'll do is you'll write a program to find this result. After finding this result, for this result you will use mod 10. For this result you will use mod 10 and you will tell that's the answer, but that will take lot of time and it will be wrong. If you write like this, it will be wrong. Why? Because when you write like this, okay, 125 to the power 8, what will happen is it will cross this integer range. It will cross a range and that value cannot be stored in the integer data type. Okay, that is the problem. So how to overcome this problem? How to overcome this problem is there is a property in the mathematics. Okay, that is if someone asks 125 to the power 8, it is same as 5 to the power 8. If you want the last digit, that's what I'm talking here. If you want the last digit, 125 to the power 8 is same as 5 to the power 8. Okay, this is what it is. For example, let me write here. 12 square. I want to know 12 square. What is 12 square? 144. In 144, what's the last digit? 4, right? The last digit is 4. Now, you didn't have to calculate 12 square. What you should have done is, for the given question, okay, 12. Out of this 12, you take the last digit. What's the last digit? How to take last digit? Mod 10. What's the answer? 2. For this 2, you do 2 square. What is 2 square? 4. That 4 will be our last digit. I hope you have somewhat understood here, but you don't worry. In the future classes, I will tell more about this. Okay, I'll tell more about this. Now there is one more thing about modulus operator. There is a mod mod 9 here. Okay, this is very important. This is very easy also. This is very easy topic. What is this mod 9? I'll tell you. See, if someone asks you a question, they will give a number and you have to find the sum of those numbers. Okay. Okay. For example, if 125 is given, you have to find the addition of 1 plus 2 plus 5. Okay. What is the answer of 1 plus 2 plus 5? 1 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So 8 is our answer. Okay. So that is what we have to write a program here. So we have to write a program. This is very simple. Okay. This is very simple. So this is the frequently asked question in the interview. They're actually checking your modular skills, but you don't know that. Okay. You don't know. Okay. So watch here. This is very easy and interesting also. So if someone asks 125, okay, what you have to do is 1 plus 2 plus 5 you have to do. What's the answer here? 8. 8 is the answer which you have to print. Okay. So if someone asks 374, 374, what is 3 plus 7 plus 4? Okay. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. Okay. Whatever answer you get 14, you should not print the 14 because is 14 one digit or two digit? 14 is two digit. You have to add 1 plus 4 again so that it becomes one digit. So to keep on adding the digits, until it becomes a single digit. So the answer is 5 here. Okay, I hope you are understanding now. Let me take one more example. That is 826. Okay, 826. What we have to do is we have to do 8 plus 2 plus 6. What is 8 plus 2? 10. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 is a two-digit number. That's why again I have to add 1 plus 6. What is 1 plus 6? 7. So 7 is our answer here. Okay. So if you have to do this program, okay, you don't have to write a complex code at all. You don't have to write a complex code. What you can do is you can actually write modulus 9 here. Okay. Watch here. 125 modulus 9. This is what I'll do. 125 modulus 9. What is the answer? Let's see. Okay. 125 modulus 9. Answer is 8. Okay. Then 374 modulus 9. Answer is 5. 826, modulus 9, answer is 7. Okay. So how to calculate that? See, it is, I'll do like this, 125 by 9 I will do. 9 ones are 9, 9 ones are 9. How many more is remaining? 3 more is remaining, 35. Okay. How many times 35? 9, 4, 9, 5 is a, okay, 9 5 is 45, 9 4 is a, 9 2 is 18, 27, 9 3 is 27, right? From 27 to 35, how much more is remaining? Okay, 8 more is remaining. That's why answer is 8. Remainder is 8. Okay, so it depends on your modular skills, but you don't have to find this on your own because computer will do it. You just have to system.out.print, give a number modulus 8. Let's see. Okay, let's see whether this will work or not. So 125 modulus 9, answer should give me 8. 125, okay, modulus 9, answer should give me what? Let's see. It should give me 8 here. See, it is giving me 8. Let's see one more thing. That is 374 modulus 9, answer should give me 5. 374. 374 modulus 9, answer should give me 5. Let's see this. Answer is 5. Okay. So we'll see one more thing. That is 826 modulus 9. Okay. 826. 826 6 modulus 9. Okay. See, answer is 7. Okay, we got the same answer there. But I'll tell you there is some small twist here. Okay, there is some small twist because directly you can't print this answer. You only think, okay, if I give you a single digit number, 9. So what is the sum of 9? Sum of 9 is 9. So if I do 9 mod 9, what's the answer? 9 mod 9 is 0. Which means whenever you see the answer as 0, okay, the only reason for it is the sum is actually 9. Okay, so if the sum is 9, then the answer will be 0. Okay. For example, let's take one more example here. 18. Okay, let's take 18 here. So eraser. Okay, I'll erase this. Okay. So 18, or let's say 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 4. 2 plus 3 plus, yeah, we'll do that. Or we'll say 99. Okay. Or yeah, 2 plus, or we'll say 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 4. Okay, this is what we'll do. 2 plus 3 plus 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay. And what is 9 mod? Yeah, answer is 9, right? Answer will be 9. But when you use modulus operator, 234 modulus 9, if you do, answer will be 0. Okay, 234, we'll see that. 234 modulus 9. Okay, answer will be 0. Answer will be 0. Okay, so when you see the answer as 0, what you have to understand, if you see the answer as 0, you should not think that so the sum of the digits is 0. You should not think like that. Okay, because you only think how can the sum of the digits be 0 if the question is not 0. Okay, if I give 125, if you add 1, 2 and 5, will it be ever be 0? No, right? Because 1, 2 plus 5, it will be greater than 0. So whenever you see 0 as the answer, it means that sum of the digits recursively is 9. Okay, when you see 0 as the answer, it means that sum of the digits recursively is 9. So I'll write the number 18. 1 plus 8. Okay, 1 plus 8 is 9, but 9 more 9 is 0. So if I get my answer as 0, it means that sum of the digits is 9. Yes, I got my answer as 0. It means that sum of the digits 1 plus 8 is 9. Okay, so I hope this modulus 9 also you have understood. Okay, if you have understood, please comment here whether you understood or not. And meanwhile, you can take the screenshot here. Okay, you can take the screenshot. Okay, my video was not visible. For how many minutes it was not visible? Suraj. Suraj, for how many minutes my voice was not clear? Okay, now it is visible, but till now was it blank? Till now was it blank? Or was that problem only for 10 seconds, 15 seconds? How was it? When you texted the voice is not clear or video is not visible. Okay. Was that the problem for everyone? Okay. Okay. Fine. Only for a minute it was not. Okay. Okay. I want others to tell me, was this my problem or was it their problem? Like, did all of you face this problem? Who and all faced that 1 minute video, problem? Can Okay, no, okay, fine. No, I just wanted to know because if there is a problem, I have to fix it ASAP, right? That's why. Uh, so I hope these concepts are very interesting now because see you're able to think, right? You just have to know the tricks. Then programming is easy. Okay, that's why modulus is very important. Now modulus doesn't end here. Okay, modulus doesn't end here. Uh, there is modulus 100 also. There is modulus 1000 also. Let's see about that. So I will give that example in this only. I'll give that example. Okay, let me clear this first. Okay. So what's here? About modulus 10 you have seen. Let's see about modulus 100. Okay, modulus 100. So remember, if you use modulus 10, you will get last one digit, right? Yes. So what will happen when you use modulus 100? What is 5 modulus 100? Answer is 5 because numerator is smaller than denominator. What is 15 modulus 100? Answer is 15 because numerator is smaller than denominator. Then what is 120 modulus 100? Okay, what is the answer here? 120 modulus 100. Okay, what we have to do? We have to divide, right? We have to tell 120 divided by 100. 100 ones are 100, 100 ones are 100. How many more is remaining? 20 more is remaining. So the remainder is 20. Remainder is 20. So then the next one is 1, 2, okay, let's say 1034 modulus 100. What's the answer here? What I have to do is 1034 divided by 100 I will do. 100 ones are 100, 100 tens are 1000. From 1000 to 34, how many more is remaining? 34 more is remaining. Okay. Now I want you to understand this thing. Okay, that when you use modulus 10, you will get last one digit, right? When you use modulus 100, so how many last two digits you are getting? You are getting last two digits. Okay, so modulus 10, I'll write here, I'll make a notes here, that is modulus 10 will give me, last one digit. Okay, modulus 100 will give me last two digit. Now, can you use some common sense and tell me, what will modulus, modulus 1000 will give me? What will happen? How many last digits it will give? Last three digits it will give me. Okay, it will give me last three digits. Okay, so it is very simple, right? What you have to notice here, what you have to notice is, you have to notice how many, okay, how many zeros are there? How many zeros are there? One zero, then one digit. If you have two zeros, then you will get last two digit. If you have three zeros, then you will get last three digits. Okay, so this is how easy our concept is. Okay. Meanwhile, take the screenshot. What I'll do is I'll execute this program, but before that, take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Yes. So I think you have taken the screenshot. Now let me execute this and show it to you. Okay. That if I have a number, maybe let me tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. I'll first tell mod 10. Okay. In mod 10, how many zeros are there? 10. 1 zeros are there. So I'll get last digit. Okay. I'll get last one digit, that is 6. I'll get answer as 6. If I use mod 100, in the 100 there are two digits, so I'll get last two digits here. 56 I will get. Okay, let's see. I'll get output as 56. See, if I use mod 1000, in 1000 how many digits are there? Three zeros are there, so I'll get last three digits. See, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so simple, let me write like this, how many zeros are there? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros are there. If I have 6 zeros, I'll get last 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll get last 6 digits. So let's see, which means I should get all the numbers here. Okay, I should get all the numbers. See, I got all the numbers. Now answer me one thing. If I put few more zeros here, what is the answer here? What is the answer? See, answer will be of the type 2. Remember, if the numerator, if it is smaller than denominator, answer is numerator only. Okay, that is why we will get the answer as like that. If the numerator, okay, the thing is this number is very large. Okay, that is why that's a problem here. Okay, that we'll see in the later classes. Okay, what's here? See, like this. Okay, so this is the thing in the modulus. Okay, this is the concept in the modulus. Now, those who have understood, please comment here that till now what I thought for today, you have understood or not. Okay, please can you comment? Okay, now the last concept about modulus operator is remaining. Last concept. Okay, this is really, this last concept is very important when you are using in strings, arrays, and many other things, because what will happen is there will be a problem of index out of bound exception. You might not be knowing now. Okay, that problem will happen. So how to overcome that problem, that I'll be telling now. Okay, watch here. First I will go, okay, here I will clear this screen. Okay, so let me write here. Then okay, so let's talk about modulus 4. Okay, modulus 4, I will see what is 0 modulus 4. What is 0 modulus 4? 0. 1 modulus 4? 1. 2 modulus 4? 2. Why? Numerator is smaller than denominator. 3 modulus 4? Numerator is smaller than denominator. Answer is 3. 4 modulus 4? Yes. 4 modulus 4 means 4 by 4 we have to do. Don't tell answer is 1. Okay. Yeah, this is what people will do. Sometimes beginners will do this problem. 4 modulus 4 is not same as 4 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. But 4 modulus 4 is 0. Right? It is 0 because there is no remainder when you divide 4 and 4. Then what is 5 modulus 4? 5 modulus 4 means 5 by 4 you have to do. 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4, 1 more is remaining, answer is 1. 6 modulus 4, answer is 2. 7 modulus 4, answer is 3. 8 modulus 4, answer is 0, right? 9 modulus 4, answer is 1. So what I want you to understand, okay, is this. If someone asks you, okay, if someone asks you, what is 4, what is 5 modulus 4? Okay, 5 modulus 4, don't you think it is same as 1 modulus 4? Okay, you see here the values are repeating, right? The values are repeating. Okay, let me erase this. You notice here the value will go from 0, 1, 2, 3. After that 3, is it ever going to 4? After this 3, is it ever going to 4? It is not. Can you anywhere see the answer as the result as 4? No. Okay. When you did modulus 2, okay, when you did mod 2, the answer was either 0 or 1. But answer was never 2, right? The same thing here. When you use modulus k, okay, this is what I'll be writing here. Okay. So I'll use a pen here with a different color. Okay. So thing is, when you use modulus k, okay, if you use modulus k, the result will be, okay, will be in range, in the range of 0 to k minus 1. Okay, this is what you have to understand. When you do mod k, now I have done mod 4. If I do mod 4, the result will be from 0 to 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay, that's why our answer will be from 0 to 3, inclusive of 0 and 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope you are noticing that here. This is the concept you have to understand. Okay, please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now let me talk about shifting properties here. Okay, shifting properties. So what I'll do is I'll clear the screen. It is all okay. So let's imagine that we have 4 people, okay? Person named A, B, C, and D. Okay, this is their original seating position. This is their original seating position. Now I will tell him to shift. Okay, I will tell him to shift once. Okay, if I tell him to shift once, okay, so if I this is his shifting in the 0th position, right? This is his shifting in the 0th position because they did not shift anything. They did not shift their places. They're in their original position. So answer is A, B, C, D. Now I will tell you shift, one position. If I tell shift one position, this A will come here, B will come here, C will come here, and what will happen is the D will be shifted to this position. Okay, this is what will happen. I will tell A totally shift 2 times. What will happen now? A will shift here, B will shift here, and D will be there. The C will go around here, and C will come here. I will tell shift one more time. Total if I shift for 3 times, this A will be shifted to the right. Okay, that B will be coming this side. Okay, and C and D. This is what will happen. Again, I will tell shift. The D will be shifting here. The C will be shifting here. The B will be shifting here, and the A will be shifting here. When I shift for the 4th time. Okay, when I shift for the 5th time, see this shifting will happen like this. Okay, this shifting will happen, and this will come here. So A will shift here, okay, B will shift here, C will shift here, the D will rotate and it will come here. when I shift it for the sixth time, okay, see, this is very important, that's why I'm telling here. When I shift for the sixth time, what will happen is A, B, okay, C, D. This is what will happen. When I shift for the seventh time, it is A, okay, then B, C, D. When I shift for the eighth time, okay, okay, yeah, seventh time, this is enough. So the thing is, you have to understand. Should we, if someone asks, so if our teacher comes and asks us that you shift, you bench, you shift for 7 times, she will tell. If she tells a shift for 7 times, should we really shift for 7 times, or should we think and shift? Okay, so that's the thing we have to discuss here. So if someone tells, watch here carefully. Here the values are repeating, right? The values are repeating, so we'll make the use of that. See, if someone is telling shift for 4 times, don't you think this shifting 4 times and shifting 0 times both are same here? These both are same. Yes, which means if someone tells shift for 4 times, okay, I don't have to shift at all. The people who can't think, what they will do, they'll shift 4 times. Don't think they're wasting time. But you who can think, what you have to do is, okay, you have to do one formula here. Okay, shift. What is the shift number? Okay, shift number modulus. Okay, number of people. Number of people. This is what you have to use a formula. The shift number. Someone has told us to shift for. Let's see. If someone tells shift for, let me use a different color here. Someone tells shift for 5 times, okay, if someone tells shift for 5 times, what you have to do is shift number is 5, you are in a modulus. What's the number of people here? A, B, C, D. There are 4 people, so 5 mod 4, what's the answer? 1. Which means if someone tells shift for 5 times, don't waste your time in shifting 5 times. But what you have to do, you got the answer as 1, you shift it only 1 time. See the result here? Same, right? DABC, DABC. If someone tells you a shift for 6 times, okay, watch here. If someone tells you shift for 6 times, don't shift for 6 times. You have to use a formula here. Number of shifts, modulus, number of people. There are 4 people now. Mod 4 you have to do. What is 6 mod 4? 6 mod 4 is 2. Which means if someone tells shift for 6 times, don't shift for 6 times. You know how much, what is the minimum number you have to shift, that is 2. So saving a lot of time. You're saving a lot of time. Imagine she has told you to shift for 1024 times. Will you waste your time? You should not shift for 1024 times. What you have to do is 124 modulus 4 you have to do. The remainder is 0, so you don't have to shift at all. Okay, so that is the concept here. Okay, this is what is very important, and this is the last concept in the mod operator. I hope you have understood this shifting concept. Okay, just take the screenshot. If you're not understood, don't worry. When I teach you strings and arrays, more practical example we'll see of this. Okay, as of now, take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay. Uh, Guys, I'm getting one private message telling my voice and video is not clear. Can you please confirm, other guys, that whether is it same for everyone? Is my voice and audio clear or not? Clear? Okay. 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 Fine. Yes. So the thing about modulus operator is completed. Okay. So in arithmetic operator, okay, I'll clear this. We had, multiplication, division, plus, minus, and mod. So I hope that you have understood each and everything here, right? But now what you have to see is, what if these operators come together, right? What if multiplication, division, modulus operator come together? How do we have to solve it? Okay, that we have to see. Now let's see one thing. Okay, So I will erase this and I'll ask the first question now. I will tell you the priority, okay? So highest priority elimination method we have to use here, okay? Highest priority elimination method. I'll write here highest priority elimination method. Now, if you search this in the Google, you will not get this, okay? Because this is a word which I have made up just now. So, because the concept is the same, what we have to do is we have to remove the highest priority operators. Okay, we have to remove the highest priority operator. For example, first I have to tell you what's a priority, right? So priority means imagine you are in your home, right? You are in your home. So you asked your mom, okay, in your room, you asked your mom, I need one juice. Okay, I'm very thirsty. I give me one coconut juice or lemon juice, something. And at the same time, what will happen is uh, a stranger will come to the home and he will tell, "Good morning. I needed some water." Okay, or let's not say stranger. Let's say your cousin also came to your home. You are in separate room. Now, don't you think actually your mom, even though she gives to either you or your cousin, she wants to give this water you have requested to you first because she prioritizes you more, right? Same thing here. There is something called as priority, and when multiple operators comes, we have to see which has the highest priority. Whichever has the highest priority, that has to be solved first. Okay. Now, when coming to the arithmetic operator, your multiplication, your division, and modulus, okay, they have the high priority. Okay, they have the high priority. Which has a low priority? Your addition and subtraction, they have the low priority. Okay, fine. Now, if this is the case, then how do you have to solve? For example, if I tell 5 into 2 5 into 2 divided by let's say 3. Okay, so what will be the answer? Okay, what will be the answer? Okay, see, whenever you see, now you see here this question, don't you think there are multiple operators? Yes, there are multiple operators. Which has the highest precedence? Both have the same precedence because multiplication, division, and modulus have the same precedence. Okay, if they have the same precedence, then in which way you have to solve? If they have the same precedence, remember, from left to right only we have to solve. In this direction, we have to solve. So what we have to do is, first you have to multiply. What is 5 into 2? Okay, 5 into 2 is 10. What is 10 divided by 3? 10 divided by 3, answer is 3 ones are 3. Okay, 3 threes are 9. Answer is 3. Don't worry about decimal value because integer divided by integer is integer. So the answer for this is 3 only. Now let's imagine that you have not followed from left to right, priority. Then what you will do? Maybe you want to solve this first. Okay, what you have to do is maybe you will solve this first. If you solve this first, your answer will be wrong. Watch here. What is 2 by 3? I'll do 2 by 3 here. 3 ones are 3. Okay, 3 0.666 is the answer, right? 2 by 3 answer is 0.66. So integer by integer is integer. So 0.66 is lost. So answer is 0. So what you're doing now? You're doing 5 into 0 you are doing. What is 5 into 0? 0 is the answer, right? So if you don't follow from left to right, you'll get an answer which is not correct at all. It is not correct. 0 is not correct. Why you got 0? Because you have not followed the rule. That is from left to right only. If you follow from left to right, what should be the answer? 3 should be the answer. Let's see. Let's compile and see. 5 into 2 divided by 3. What is the answer? 5 into 2 divided by 3. See, answer is 3. It is not 0, right? Yes, I wanted you to understand this concept. As of now, take this screenshot. Okay, those who want, you can take this screenshot. Okay. So understanding is important here. Okay. Now let's solve the complex problems now. Okay. Yes. I'll change the color of the ink here. So 1 plus 2 into 3, okay, minus 4 plus 3. I know I have already done it, so, those, yes, I'm going to upload this on YouTube, okay? I'm going to upload this on YouTube. First 15 days I'll upload on YouTube. So those who already know this, you can leave, okay? But those who don't know, you can watch here. So next I will, okay, it has gone 3. Then let me use, into 2 into 2 modulus 3 divided by 2, okay, minus 3 into 4 modulus 3 into 4 is 12 modulus, let me tell, 5 divided by, okay, divided by, let's say 2. So plus 3. So this is our question, right? So if this is our question, what we have to do? We have to see first, which operator has the highest precedence, highest, priority elimination method we have to do. So which operator has the highest precedence, that you have to group them. Okay, that operator and the operands connected to that operator. Okay, you have to group them. Let's see here. Let me use a different ink. Okay, so this has the highest precedence. So multiplication operator has two operands. You have to group those two operands. Here multiplication, okay, and you are seeing modulus also. So you have to continue that. Okay, don't only do for multiplication, because all of those priority are together. So division also in this, and division modulus. All these have the same precedence. So I'll group them together. Then the highest priority comes here. 3 into 4 modulus 5 divided by 2. All these have the same precedence. Okay. Yes. Let me use pen here. Okay. All these have the same precedence. So I'll group them together. Yes. So whatever I have grouped, I have only write the answer for that. Okay. And other operators you should not touch. You should keep it as it is. So when I write answer 1 plus, what is 2 into 3? 6 minus 4 plus, yes, from left to right I have to solve. 3 into 2. Okay. Okay. So let me change the number now actually. Okay. Let me tell here. Okay. I'll change the number. Eraser. I'll change this number to 4. Yes, I'll change that number to 4. Okay, modulus 4 I will tell, or else there will be a problem. Yes, let me use 4 here. Okay, so 3 into 2 is 6. What is 6 modulus 4? 2. 2 divided by 2? 1. So answer is 1 here. Minus. Okay, so 3 into 4? 12. 12 modulus 5? 2. 2 divided by 2? 1 plus 3. Yes. Now, don't you think we have eliminated the highest precedence operator? We have eliminated the highest precedence operator. All the highest precedence is gone now. Then you have to remove the next precedence operator. So addition, subtraction, from left to right you have to solve. So running count I will do. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Answer will be 6 here. Okay. Answer is 6. So, 1 plus 2 into 3 minus 4. 1 plus 2 into 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 plus 3 into 2 mod 4 plus 3 into 2 mod 4 2 mod 4 divided by 2 minus 3 into 4 divided by 2 minus 3 into 4 mod 5 divided by 2 plus 3 mod 5 divided by 2 plus 3. Okay, so what was our answer? Maybe our answer was 6. And what is this answer? Let's see. This answer is also 6. Definitely if you follow the procedure, you can never go wrong here. You can never go wrong. Okay, now I would like to give one classwork for you. Okay, right now I want you to solve this. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll give one question right now. You guys can solve. Let's see whether you will get the proper answer or not. Into 3 5 into 3 by 2 plus 8 divided by 4, 8 by 4, 2 into 3 by 3. Yes. So this is the question, okay? This is the question divided by 3. Yes. Solve this question in your paper and pen, okay? And tell me the answer now. Okay. Did anyone get the answer? Okay, let's see. 7. Okay, most of you telling 7 is the answer. Okay. Okay. So 8. One of you telling 8 is the answer. See, definitely, you have. I don't have to, waste our time in giving one more example. I'll give the solution for this. I'll explain how it is. You can give yourself a new problem. Test it and check whether right or not. Okay, because that's all there is to it. Practice is required, and you have to be good in maths. That's it. So let's see what you have to do. You have to group them together. I'll do it a little fast now. Okay, grouping. Okay, multiplication. Where is the highest priority? Here. Okay, so all these things I'll group now. Then yes, these things I'll group. Okay, fine. So 2 into 3 is 6 minus 5 plus 3 plus 2 into 8 16. 16 mod 5 1. 1 into 3 3. 3 by 2 1.5, but zero point 0.5 is lost. Answer is 1. Integer by integer is integer, plus 8 by 4 2. 2 into 3 6. 6 by 3 2 is the answer. Next, 6 minus 5 1. 1 plus 3 4. 4 plus 1 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So definitely our answer is 7 only. So most of you are always, you are right. So I'm happy that you got your answer as correct like this. Okay. So, give yourself these questions, create a question and try whether it's correct or not. Okay, fine. So this was our topic for today. So we have understood completely about arithmetic operator. Okay, tomorrow we will see relational operator and logical operator. Tomorrow is a very important concept, logical operator. Okay, because sometimes you'll get error, and if you want to overcome that error, you have to use logical operator. Everything will be seen tomorrow. Okay, so if you like this class, so what you can do is you can share the YouTube link what I'm going to share to your friends, to your college mates, to your juniors, so that they can learn basics of programming at least 15 days for free. In 15 days I'll be covering still star patterns, so definitely they can do star patterns very easily, at least for the 15 days. They don't have to join the course. Just for the 15 days, let them watch the video, gain the knowledge and get placed. If you are liking these classes, do share it to your friends and juniors. Thank you for attending this class. Okay, if you have any doubt, please text me person in the WhatsApp. I will solve your queries one by one. Okay, thank you.